It was supposed to be simple. Ada had a short break at work, just enough time to order lunch before her next meeting. She picked up her phone, opened a food delivery app, and quickly selected her favorite meal. Everything looked perfect. The pictures were appetizing, the reviews were great, and the promise was clear: fast delivery. She placed her order, smiled, and leaned back in her chair. For a moment, everything felt seamless. Then she noticed the timer. Estimated delivery, 25 minutes. Fair enough. But 25 minutes turned into 35. Then 40. The small circular timer on her screen turned from green to orange, then slowly to red. Her smile faded. The food eventually arrived. And yes, it was delicious. But something had already been damaged. Not the meal. The experience. Because in that moment, Ada didn't just experience a delay. She experienced frustration, impatience, and disappointment, all silently, without saying a word. And here's the truth most businesses miss. Customers don't judge you only by what you deliver. They judge you by how it feels to get it. Now, somewhere else in the city, a team sat around a whiteboard. But they weren't discussing sales targets. They weren't debating marketing campaigns. They were doing something far more powerful. They were mapping a journey. On the board were simple words. Order placed. Waiting. Tracking. Delivery. But beside each stage, something deeper was written. Excitement. Anticipation. Uncertainty. Frustration. Because they understood something critical. A customer journey is not just a series of steps. It's a series of emotions. And where business efficiency meets human patience, that's where the real experience is defined. That's where loyalty is either built or broken. This idea of journey mapping is transforming how leading organizations operate. Take Guarantee Trust Bank for example. They noticed something interesting about their digital loan system. From a business perspective, everything worked. The system was functional. The process was complete. But from the customer's perspective, something was missing. Clarity. Customers didn't fully understand the steps. They hesitated. They dropped off midway. Not because the product was bad, but because the journey wasn't clear. So GTBank did something simple, but powerful. They mapped the entire customer journey. Step by step. Not just what customers were doing, but what they were feeling. Where confusion appeared. Where doubt crept in. Where friction slowed them down. And then, they fixed it. They simplified the process. Improved communication. Clarified each step. And the result? Loan uptake increased by over 22%. Not because they changed the product, but because they improved the journey. This principle doesn't just apply to banking. It applies everywhere. Even in places where you least expect it. Take the Walt Disney Company. When people think of Disney, they think of magic. But behind that magic is mapping. At Disney parks, every visitor is on a journey. From the moment they enter the gate, to the rides they choose, to the time they spend waiting in queues. Now imagine this. You're excited to ride your favorite attraction. But the queue is long. Time passes. Energy drops. Frustration builds. That's a broken moment in the journey. But Disney saw this coming. So they designed systems, mobile apps, real-time data tracking, smart navigation that guide visitors to shorter lines, better experiences, and smoother movement across the park. The result? Less waiting. More enjoyment. More magic. Because Disney understands something many businesses ignore. Time is not just time. It is emotion. And how customers spend that time determines how they remember you. Then there's Apple Incorporated. Walk into an Apple store anywhere in the world, and you'll notice something immediately. You're not ignored. You're welcomed. Guided. Engaged. That first interaction, those first few seconds, are carefully designed. Because Apple knows that first impressions don't just matter. They last. They shape perception. They influence trust. So instead of leaving that moment to chance, they engineered it. From the greeting, to the layout, to the experience of setting up a device. Every step is intentional. Every touch point is mapped. Because when you design the journey well, customers don't just buy a product. They remember an experience. Now here's where it all comes together. If you look closely, every successful business we've talked about is doing the same thing. They are not just focusing on outcomes. They are focusing on journeys. They understand that behind every transaction, there is a process. And within that process, there are emotions. So they ask deeper questions. Where does the customer feel excited? Where do they feel confused? Where do they feel delayed? Where do they feel valued? Because when you map actions and emotions together, you unlock something powerful. You unlock empathy at scale. And empathy is what transforms ordinary service into exceptional experience. But here's the challenge. Today's customer journeys are no longer simple. They are not linear. A customer might discover your brand on social media, visit your website, chat with support, abandon the process, return later, then finally make a purchase. It's complex. It's dynamic. And if you're not paying attention, it's easy to lose them along the way. That's why mapping is no longer optional. It's essential. Because without clarity, you're guessing. And guesswork is expensive. Now imagine this. What if you could see your business the way your customers see it? What if you could identify every moment of friction? Every point of confusion? Every opportunity to delight? What if you could redesign your entire experience, not based on assumptions, but on real insight? This is where transformation begins. At Customer Touchpoints and Insights, this is exactly what we help businesses achieve. We help you step into your customer's world, to see what they see, to feel what they feel, to understand not just the journey, but the story behind it. We work with organizations to map every stage of the customer journey, identify emotional highs and lows, eliminate friction points that silently drive customers away, and design experiences that are seamless, intuitive, and human-centered. Because when you understand your customer's journey deeply, you don't just improve service. You increase conversion. You build loyalty. You create experiences people remember and return for. So the next time a customer interacts with your business, remember this. They are not just completing a task. They are living a story. A story filled with expectations, emotions, and decisions. And the question is, are you taking the time to read it? Because great brands don't just serve customers. They understand their journey.